Before the Euro 2020 quarter-final between the Czech Republic and Denmark in a few minutes, we've the ITV News now.
Hello, good afternoon. Excitement is growing and there is just a few hours left before England's big make-or-break Euro 2020 game against Ukraine in Rome. Win and Gareth Southgate's team are through to the semi-finals for the first time in 25 years. COVID restrictions mean there won't be many England fans in the stadium, but that hasn't stopped millions here getting ready for the big match. Rachel Younger reports on the hopes and expectations of a nation.
They say all roads lead to Rome, and its sun-soaked piazzas would normally be a sea of red and white. But the pandemic means only English expats have been able to travel to Italy. So they've come from across the continent, determined to play their part.
We've come over from southern Spain, because obviously with the quarantine in the UK, the fans can't get over, but luckily we're not in the UK, so here we are.
This is historic. This is the only time that you've got expats being able to go to a game and nobody else. There's going to be a very chosen few inside that stadium.
We'll soon find out whether that will help or hinder England's players, who, as tonight's favourites, carry the dreams of a nation.
It might be good for the boys to kind of get out of the firing line, get into Rome and fully focus on this very important quarter-final game. And if it takes 90 minutes to break down a Ukraine side, they may not have the pressure of the home support bearing down on them.
And this is what they'll be playing for. Locals at a South London pub grabbing their chance for a photo with the trophy that next weekend's champions will lift to the skies at Wembley.
Are you picturing Harry Kane holding that above his head?
No, Mason Mount.
The fun for this family, like countless others, all about the anticipation.
Started early today, so we had a bit of music earlier, a bit of Three Lions, a bit of Vindaloo.
Classic songs. Is it going to be a classic match?
I don't really care as long as we win. It might be 1-0, but as long as we win, that's all that matters.
The momentum's gathered. Really, really good for the kids, especially with the year that we've had. So hopefully we can go on and win it.
They think the Three Lions can do it, and no one wants to miss this one.
I'm looking forward to me watching it with my family, everyone else around England, after lockdown especially.
Well, we'll never have a better chance than this in the Euros, so I'm very confident.
And if that confidence pays off, like it did last Tuesday, the party might be loud enough to hear in Rome. Rachel Younger, ITV News.
So then all eyes are on Rome, or all English eyes are on Rome. Let's go there now and join our correspondent Geraint Vincent, who's inside the stadium for us. So Geraint, with all that expectation we've just been hearing about, how do you think Gareth Southgate's going to be approaching this afternoon's match?
Well, don't be surprised, Chris, if it's the right approach. Gareth Southgate's tactical nous has been one of the features of this tournament so far for England. Remember, England haven't conceded a goal yet, and that's notwithstanding the fact that for every game their defensive lineup and their formation has changed. So the manager has made the right calls at the right times. He's made very clear that Ukraine are not to be underestimated, but against a team which is 20 places below England in the world rankings, I think there's an expectation that he'll take a more attacking approach tonight. So that might mean an inclusion in the starting lineup for somebody like Jack Grealish or possibly Jadon Sancho. We'll find out in a couple of hours, but in the meantime, what a privilege it is to be in this stadium where England have a chance to do something really special tonight and qualify for a semi-final in a major tournament for the second time in a row after they did it in Russia in 2018. It's just a shame that there aren't more England fans here to cheer them on as they try.
OK, Geraint, and enjoy the match from that position you're in. The winner of Ukraine-England will face either the Czech Republic or Denmark, and that game is on ITV next. Other news, and leading doctors are calling for targeted coronavirus measures to stay in place in England after final lockdown restrictions are expected to be lifted later this month. The British Medical Association want face masks in areas such as shops and public transport to continue being used after July the 19th. The supermarkets chain Morrisons has accepted a £6.3 billion takeover by a US investment group. Morrisons, the UK's fourth largest grocery chain, has almost 500 stores. Now, tennis, and Britain's new teenage tennis star shone today even brighter at Wimbledon. The wildcard entry Emma Raducanu beat the Romanian Sorana Cristea. Joshua Stokes has the action.
2 months ago, she was sitting her maths exam. Now she's competing on a world stage. At just 18 years old, Emma Raducanu is making quite the impact.
Oh my goodness!
Today, going one step further, progressing to the 4th round at Wimbledon.
And we have just heard one of the sporting roars of the year.
Originally from Canada, Raducanu moved to Britain at 2 years old, and after picking up a tennis racket aged 5, she found her sport. Now the wild card is the last British woman in the singles draw, making a name for herself on a global level.
British tennis has a new star.
Joshua Stokes, ITV News.
One to watch for sure. And that's it. I'll be back with the late news tonight, shortly after 10 p.m. Until then, whatever you're doing, have a very good evening.